And we're live. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Checking the comments. Hi, Kim. How are you? Hi, Yasmina. Hello. Okay, we'll get some people in here. It is Wisdom Wednesday, and Matty Tarot will be here shortly. And so, as always, we're going to be doing free readings for you. So, everybody, if you're here, just say hi, come in and post a comment there. Make sure that you like and subscribe Matty Tarot on YouTube, Psychic Fixes on YouTube, and Psychic Fixes on Facebook. Thank you. That helps us a lot. Also, the video that you're watching, please give it a like or a love or whatever you want, and that helps us to go places out in the internet. Hi, Amantha. Hi, Jocelyn. How are you? From New Zealand. Hi, Jocelyn. So, you guys, let me go over some of the rules, and Matty will be in, and he'll go over some of the rules. So, you have to be 18 or older to get a reading. We randomly select, so we don't have a list. Just post your request question in as a comment. Make sure that you don't put anybody's real name in there. So if you want us to look at a relationship, just say X or person of interest. If you have an issue with a relative, don't put their name, just put relative. Otherwise, we can't put you up on the screen, okay? Okay. Hi. Oh, hi, Miles. Hi, Kimberly. So I'm just seeing people pop in. No health issues, including pregnancy. No questions about that. No legal questions as well. All right. And these are free readings. If you want to send a tip to Matty Tarot or myself, there is a live link in the description. And right now I'm going to stick a banner up that has the information scrolling underneath. So that's all set up now. How's everybody? You guys have a good first part of the week? Hi, Kaylee. How are you? Great. We're getting some people in here. So I'm going to be doing, as I always do, regular tarot. I use the Rider Waite deck. Also, I can look at June, July, and August, or June, or July, or August. General questions. And so, whatever you want. If you already got a 3-month reading for me, unless you did something different, ask me for something else. So let me see what you say. Okay. Okay. I'm just reading up some of the stuff. One person asked for my manifesting book, and I did send that today, by the way. I'm going to be selecting someone. Please share the show because we have less than half the people we usually have right now. So please share the show. Look at Maddie put everything in the scrolling thing. Isn't that neat? Hi, Jenna Lynn. I am going to give it just a couple more minutes. Hopefully, Maddie will be right here. Okay, Kim. Yeah, that I don't think so either. Okay. Now, you guys, for myself, can't see the comments when I'm doing a reading. And so, and if I go back, so if I have time, I'll go back and read. So keep posting throughout, like every 20 minutes or 15 minutes, repost your request so that we'll see it. Okay. Oh, Kimberly, we appreciate it. We thank you for sharing. If it's shared, it's shared. That's great. Hi, Carlos. I know it's midweek now. I mean, I feel like I was just here. Well, it was a couple days ago, wasn't it? I've had a busy day. I had a 3-hour reading with someone. It was really wonderful. Okay. All right. I'm just reading all your stuff. If you've gotten a 3-month reading from me recently, please ask me to look at a certain month. You can ask me to look at any month coming in. Just remember, manifesting and getting prior information can change the future. Okay, let me see. Thank you for sharing, Carlos. And I'm going to go back to the top and kind of scan for something. So if you want a reading, you need to let us know. And general reading, Matty has different things that he can use for doing readings. He has little tiny cards, regular tarot cards, pendulum. If you have a yes, no, just say I have a yes, no, and this is a question, and he'll do that for you. And let's see, he does dice and charms. One of my favorite readings that he does is picking out the charms. They're so good. So let me go ahead and grab a. Oh, I see, Kim. You came. You commented early. Hi, Max. Okay, let me get here. And I'm going to start now so we can get some done. Let me just bring somebody up. I need to take that. Oh, there he is.
Hi.
Hello.
So sorry about that.
Let's see if I can get centered. There we go.
Today's been crazy. Hi, buddy.
I just did a 3-hour reading. So,
well, that's
yeah.
a long one. That's a long one, yeah.
That was a long one.
I was just helping dogs for 8 hours.
Oh, that's so neat, though.
So we are so here, good. Though. Hello, everybody. Wisdom Wednesday. How you doing?
I think they're doing good. I just selected Kim. I was going to get started. And and Matty, I need to at the top of the hour. I mean not top of the hour. At 7:30, I need to go. Just FYI, got something planned. All right. You can. I've gone through everything, but you can say whatever you want. I'm gonna just connect to Kim's energy.
Alrighty.
And what are you going to be using today?
Today, I've got my lovely, hold on one second. Angel Power Tarot.
Whoa.
Wisdom Wednesday. From the angels, from the archangels. I've got my Angel Power Tarot. I've also got the Prism Oracle right here. And then I've got my Muse Tarot, and I think I'm going to do charms, a little bit of charms today.
I just told them that you do charms, and I said, that's my favorite thing he does. And then you popped in, and now you're going to use charms. Oh, that's great.
My little lucky charms.
I think they're so cute.
You know, it's funny. I don't know how I came up with the idea, but my mom, she makes all this stuff. And so I was over one time and I saw her, like all these little charms she had. And I was like, oh, these are so cute. And then I just was looking through them and I loved them. And I was like, can I have some of these? And so she gave me a few, and then, well, more than a few, she gave me quite a bit, but I just laid them all out and then took a picture of them. And then I labeled each of them with a meaning, whatever, you know. And I was like, I'm going to use these in my readings. And so, I mean, I made up the meanings for all the charms, but they work. It's all about intention, you know.
I don't have various ones. I have, like so many, 20 of one or something like that. Oh, okay. I need to have the cute ones like you have the cute ones. Kim, you really have a good reading here, but I want to talk to you about the future and the past mostly. So look at the card that represents you is that card of transformation, of like being in a place to transform yourself into another way of living, a different lifestyle. This is very positive. but you're all about having this nice big change. And it's a change for the better. You do have this flowing energy over you. Whatever's good for everybody's good for you. This is an easy way to get through life right now, is not to, engage in drama and just kind of go with the flow. Whatever comes, take care of it. Now, the future, I see you feeling like you're very stuck. Maybe you're not seeing clearly on what to do or to make a decision. So work on that. Talk to the angels. Give me clarity. Give me that gift of clarity. And I don't want to see you feeling very stuck, really stuck. Past position, I don't know if you quit something or left something, but it shows me severing ties. So when I get to June right now, I do feel like from a positive change, great things are coming for you. This will be good fortune in the future. I also get the card of a Queen of Cups, which I think is you. And this is kind, compassionate, loving woman. This is a woman that is a mom. This is the biggest thing here. Also intuitive and I want to say creative and nurturing. All right. And so I get that's who you are. And this big change that you go through is going to be super positive for you. They show me in July a little bit of romance and also magician card. Mid to end of July, here's an opportunity for you to create something, to make a product to sell, or to have a money making idea. Very, very good. That's one of my favorite cards. In August, I see you moving on to something else, really positively taking the steps to go to your future. Also, I see important mid to end of August, a money making male that is important in your life or a priority. And I feel like that's really positive. Sometimes when I get these cards, these people can give really good advice about finances and things like that. And that's what I have for you for 3 months.
That was lovely, Debbie, as always.
Thank you.
Okay, I've chosen Jocelyn Anderson. Would love a reading. All right, Jocelyn. Still pulling cards for you. Give me a moment. Hi, everybody. I see all of you guys in the comments. Hello, hello. Thank you for the well wishes and saying hello. Happy to be here. I'm glad you guys are all here as well. Okay, Jocelyn Anderson. Jocelyn, right now is the time for you to focus on work, on stability, on your, career, or possibly a creative outlet, maybe art. But either way, it's time for you to focus on you, on your life, on getting your ducks in a row. Hold on one second. Yeah, okay. And the reason is because some sort of situation with another person has ended, whether this is very recent or within the past few months. You're somewhat healing from this. It may even be older, but the energy of healing from that is still here. So you either are seeing at this time or going to be seeing soon that you are free. Because you may not have viewed it that way from the time that it happened, but you are now free. You are free from this person was holding you, keeping you small, holding you down. So it's time to put the past behind you. You're being asked to put the past behind you. There's a light at the end of this tunnel. You're about there. You can breathe a sigh of relief. And you can make new plans. And there is something beautiful in that. In a new beginning. So I'm getting a message right now about relocation or traveling. Possibly you're moving, or maybe you're helping someone move. I don't know. I heard relocation. But either way, maybe that's what you need to focus on your stability for, and your financial stability, because it says, if you look around you, there's so much to be grateful for, Jocelyn. And I know that we can get caught up in our emotions and get really fixated and almost like hyper fixated and just relentlessly thinking about one thing, and we'll just discount and ignore all the other beautiful things around us and all the other beautiful people that want to spend time with us and show us love and give us praise and affection, whatever it may be. We'll literally just take all that and bundle it up and throw it away. And we'll just be like, everything sucks, and because we're looking at one thing, and it's really the lens we're looking through. So trust me, I've been there, I understand. But your mind, how do I say this? Your higher self is always present and can override the almost methodical, broken record ego thoughts that keep coming through. Those intrusive thoughts, the ones that say, oh, I'm not good enough, or nobody wants, I'm not enough for this person, or they, I could have done this different, I could have done this, all this worry, all this ego, all this like bringing us down. It's really, they just come through, it comes through, but you can interrupt those thoughts. Your higher self is always there. You can interrupt and say, I choose to no longer tell myself this story. Um replace anything I am with I feel. So like, I feel down right now. However, I know that I am resilient. And that's just a simple way to get the ball rolling into seeing a different reality, because really your perception is reality, and your perception meaning the lens you're looking through. So if you're looking through a lens where you're not enough, where nobody, that person doesn't want you, this, that, and the other, I can't land a decent job, I'm not, whatever it is. If you're looking through that lens, that's what your reality is going to become, because that's how you're going to operate in the world, through that lens of how you see yourself. So it's really important to get rid of any negative thoughts. Any self-limiting beliefs must be eradicated from the mind. And like I said, this is, look at that. Stop it. Stop. um because you do a lot of good, okay? So you need to take pride in, not like a not like the seven sins pride, but like, be proud of, you should uplift yourself, pat yourself on the back, be proud of what you've done, how far you've come. The place you're at right now in life, you may not have that person you want, but the place you're at right now in life, there was a time where you wished to be in this place. There was a time where you wanted to have what you have now, and you've moved in the time that it took you from there to get to here. You've moved the goalpost without even realizing it. So you see how that works. You're always moving the goalpost before you get to, and so you forget to congratulate yourself. You forget to stop and say, oh, you know what, I'm doing really good and I'm proud of myself. And you tend to always feel like you're not doing enough, because you're pushing the goal out, pushing the goal out, pushing the goal out. So take pause, take rest, stop, and take time to see that practice makes perfect. Okay. Consider maybe getting additional education or training, because again, I'm hearing something about relocation, and I'm hearing something about financial stability and work. And look at this: strength, sadness, and creativity. Like I said in the beginning, if it's a creative endeavor that you need to focus on right now, maybe that's what you need to pour it into, because you can transmute your sadness into strength through a creative outlet and stop the current trajectory that you're going down at this time. Stay determined and move forward, okay? The world keeps spinning, and so and you keep going with it. The sun rises again, okay? I wish you the best in your circumstances. That's all I have for you this evening.
Thank you. That's great. Good readings.
Thank you.
Let me pick. Let me find Miles. I am so glad that I'm doing this 3-month reading for you. You're going to just really have a reaction to this, Miles. So, first four cards. First card that comes down, though, shows me an ending and being finished with something. Crossing you in temporary energy is a little bit about feeling alone and unsupported. Always ask the higher power to bring you that support that you need. Now, in the future, I think it's going to be a while till you build up the money that you're expecting. And I don't know if you had a legal issue in the recent past, but they're showing me the court card. Sometimes it's a card saying the right decision was made. Now, you wanted a 3-month reading. So for this month, June, I have the talent card for you. Getting a lot of emotional joy and success from something you do well. Sometimes it's being celebrated for your talent. I also get mid to end of June a possible career offer that arrives for you, which is really great. Now, when I get to July, it's the romantic dreamer card, but it's my card for dreaming up big ideas and manifesting. Mid to end of July, I have good news of money, which is really great. In August, this is really great. So I want you to remember this. You are going to be successful in your lifetime. You're going to create a lot of wealth. And it shows me from an idea that you already had is where you're going to get the money. All right. It really is a great card of having wealth and success throughout, accumulating that throughout your lifetime. Super, super good. And I know that you love that one. So, anyway, be aware that I have for the future that it's going to be a while before you get exactly that big pile of money that you want. Okay. And that's what I have for you. That was a pleasure. That was great to see that. Wonderful, Miles.
Lovely. Oh, Debbie. Debbie, I'm loving your setup today.
The setup is my camera fell over with the ring because I'm redoing stuff in here. And so when I picked it up, all of a sudden everything was like sideways. And then I just adjusted it really fast and I go, oh, it looks like a brand new thing here. But I do have my
It
pride,
does.
my pride thing there. Happy
I love
Pride
it.
Month,
Happy
by the
Pride Month,
way.
everybody. Okay, so I've chose Blessed One. Hi, can I ask what Spirit wants me to know? Yes, you can.
That's a good one.
Here's the thing, though. You already know. You already know. You've already heard it. So there, you've some sort of like, or maybe it's coming through. Maybe you haven't heard it yet. I won't say that, but it will come through, and you don't need. You shouldn't doubt yourself because there's some sort of joy here through like spiritual growth. You are often a light for others, and there's answers that can come to you through meditation at this time. Um, there's like powerful psychic insight, and again, I just want to stress meditation. So there's some sort of like reflection. I'm sorry, through reflection and meditation, there's some sort of insight that comes through, intuitive insight. So there's an answer there for you. If you want to hear and you want to know, just ask. Just ask to be shown. Ask. Say you're open to it, and ask to be led there, to be shown, to some sort of sign to be shown to you. Whatever this endeavor may be. I mean, I haven't really. It hasn't revealed that I have that hasn't been revealed to me yet. I've got leap of faith here. So believe in yourself. It looks like you may doubt yourself in your abilities to be able to receive these messages, to be able to how do you say, to okay, I'm going to say this. Our intuition comes through as a feeling, but our brain is so quick, and our brain governs, all the organs in the body, right? It sorts everything out and makes everything make sense to us. So imagine like So like the brain is then like in the skull, right? It's like enclosed in, oh gosh, it's enclosed in this like dark box, and all the other senses, our senses like our seeing, taste, smell, touch, hearing, those things are gathering information in the world around us, and it's all sending it back to the brain. Those things alone cannot decipher that information. We don't actually touch something and know what it feels like because our fingers are deciphering what that feels like. It's actually, and that's, a lot of people don't know this, but that's our brain is telling us all of this, and it does it so rapidly that you know we sometimes can't differentiate where something came from in our body. That's why I'm always saying, got to think less and feel more. You got to check in with the body, because intuition comes through the heart. And oftentimes our intuition will be mistaken for some intrusive thought or some wild just idea that we had. And our brain immediately takes that, puts words to it, and we hear it, and then our ego comes in and it starts doubting it, because the intuition will say something like, quit your job and move across the country. And then your ego will be like, don't do that. You're going to end up homeless, and you're going to have no money, and you're not going to be able, what are you going to do with your dog, and all this stuff. Right. And so, and then we'll say, oh, that was a crazy idea. But really, our intuition was trying to tell us, quit your job and move across the country, because you that's where your answer is. That's where the thing, your desire is. That's what, it's trying to lead. Our intuition's always trying to lead us to our best life. So I'm saying all this to say this: take a leap of faith. That thought that came in that you dismissed and you were like, that was a crazy idea, or like, no, I don't want to do that. The thought you had for a quick second, and then you started immediately doubting, that was your intuition trying to tell you something, and that's the leap of faith you need to take. So listen to your heart. That's what it means when people say listen to your heart. And you don't listen with your ears. You listen when we say listen to your heart, what that we mean is feel more. Think less and feel more. Shut off the mind for a moment, meditate, and get into your body and feel. That's where your answer comes through. Do what gives you joy. So there's something you really want, but you're not going after it due to some sort of fear, and it's really because you're mixing up um, these intuitive thoughts as intrusive thoughts. You need to release the past. You will grow from the situation. Time heals all wounds, it says. I kind of want to say this: time only heals all wounds if you do the work. You can't just ignore your feelings and not process things and kind of avoid, accountability, taking a responsibility for where you are, and addressing your emotions and kind of doing the work, the inner work, the introspective work. Then nothing will heal. You can't just say, oh, time heals all wounds, and just wait, and it only heals if you actually, plant the seeds and do the work and cultivate that. Okay. I say this: healing is a never ending journey. You're always going to be healing. So it's not a destination you're trying to reach. Um, a lot of people focus on, all these things they have to do in order to finally heal. And really, the whole time, that's avoidance. That's running from your healing, because all you got to do to heal is stop running, turn around, face your shadow, face yourself, face the situation, sit with it, become comfortable with it, bring the shadow into the light, accept yourself, accept the mistakes you made, accept the things that you wanted that you didn't get, accept your limitless capacity to be human and to fumble along the way, because that's the journey that is here on earth as a human. That's just how it is. So once you do that, it's an experience. Healing is an experience that washes over you, and you will feel it. So stop trying to get to a destination and experience life in and healing by just going inward and facing the darkest parts that you don't want to, because feelings are temporary. Okay, it's not like there's no feeling that lasts forever. So if you're feeling really down and bad and upset, just allow yourself to feel that, and understand you don't always have to be this chipper, robotic, happy, productive person. You know, sometimes you're going to feel down and upset, and that's okay. As long as you're not staying there and beating yourself up and getting stuck, and then there might be some additional help you might need in regard to that. But I see you have a lot of frustration, and it's in regard to some sort of mystery, some sort of unknown factor. And really, really what it is you're staying in your comfort zone because you don't like to not know. But I mean, I always say this: the universe is still expanding. The universe doesn't even know all of itself. It's still literally expanding, and it's making stars and all this stuff. So like everything's a mystery. So like, how could you possibly have it all figured out? I mean, we're just a piece of dust floating like in the, So how could you possibly have everything all figured out if the universe doesn't even know all of itself yet? Like, stop staying in your comfort zone, because your comfort zone becomes the most uncomfortable place to stay. It will destroy you, actually, and it'll leave you with regret. You got to step outside of the comfort zone, walk headfirst into your fears, fearlessly, and embrace the mystery. Okay, but right now, you're being asked to take rest, to release something, and then to meditate to get your answers and take your leap of faith after that. Okay, that's all I have for you this evening.
That was great advice. Okay, I muted because I had all these sirens going, and then gardening work, and I'm like, thank you. Hello, I'm busy here. Okay, Max. Hi, Max. I have a general reading for you. But I have extra cards for you also. Now, when I get this, Max, the high priestess first, one that comes down, I'm usually talking to a professional psychic, by the way. So this shows me that you have very strong psychic abilities and develop them, whatever, but I get this super strong. You have the hangman card crossing over you. So this usually means that we are going to be learning some lessons in life, bringing in things from our soul contract to fulfill, maybe bringing people or things from a past life forward. So I asked them, what are you going to be learning? What are you going to be working on? And it says relationships and family relationships, saving money, and all about the house. Either getting a house, fixing it up, or something good that happens in the house. So you have some really good things coming in that you're going to be experiencing that you said, okay, I guess I want to go through that. So I want to tell you that in the future, you have this card of a secret, and sometimes it can be that you have a secret or somebody's going to conceal something. So I took more cards, and so I get a trust issue that has to do with money and your talent and making money. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. We do have something happening in the future. Past position shows getting some money tied to you in some way. Sometimes it can be money being paid back, a bonus, or, anything that is connected to you somehow. So that was good. Now, they show me a time of being super stuck. What do I do? Do I have any control over anything? I really can't see clearly. So always ask your guides for clarity. I do get the card of transformation. This is the big card, the death card, which doesn't read as death here. It reads a very positive thing of transforming from something through something and change of lifestyle, a big positive change for you, but a considerable one. I also have the mentor teacher type of card that comes up. There may be somebody that comes in that shows you how to do something, and you can learn that, transform using that, and change your life. I do get too much worry on your path. Bring it down because there's nothing to worry about. Does show me it's going to take a while for a certain pile of money to come that you might have a notion that I want this much money. There is a little wait for that. I do have a last card here, a Queen of Pentacles, which is a money-minded woman. This can be someone that comes in that gives great advice about money. This is what she's all about. A lot of times they're accountants. They can work for the IRS. They have detail-oriented work like human resources. But this is a woman that has a lot to give as far as sharing advice with you. And that's what I have for you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. I've chosen that person I've chosen next, but first I want to say hi to my husband. This is Michael. He's on here.
Oh, hi, Michael.
Hello. Thank you for tuning in, babe. Okay, so I've chosen Shauna Melancon. Melancon. Please, can I get a reading tonight? Much needed. Yes, you may. Um, okay. But I'm actually was drawn to pull one more card from this deck I didn't have out, but I took it out, and so I'm pulling it. Hold on one second. This is the Empath's Empowerment deck. Okay. All right. Shauna. There. How do I say this? Okay. Everything happens for some sort of reason. Actually, I'm going to say not everything, but most things are because we, you know, the world is unpredictable in a way that people do things sometimes unprovoked, and that leaves other people with the consequences of their actions, of their poor behavior, of their reckless behavior, maybe. And there's nothing we can do about that. We can't stop somebody. If somebody wanted to break into our house and harm us, the most you can do is maybe get a dog, get a security system, have a weapon, but ultimately, if somebody's going to try and do it, they're going to try and do it. So you can't predict that. You can't stop that. But what I'm trying to say is sometimes bad things happen, and there's just, it didn't, it you don't have to find some deeper meaning about it. You got to accept that sometimes people act poorly, and sometimes that leaves us with negative consequences. But we can't sit around and point the finger all the time and say, this person put me here, and this person did this, and this person did this, and because that doesn't do anything. That doesn't, they, that, you got to stand up and shake it off, and take responsibility for where you are, and embrace opportunities for happiness. You got to release any regret. You got to forgive. You got to embrace opportunities for happiness, and search for the silver lining. Search for the silver lining. That's so important. Rewrite the story. You can tell yourself the bad story, or you can tell yourself some sort of positive story. And it's all about how you mentally frame it. And this is the secret to getting over things. I kid you not. It sounds sometimes people think it sounds lame, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, why would I do that?" Because I mean, do you want to be miserable about it the rest of your life, about this thing that happened? Do you want to become jaded and bitter? I don't think so. And so you want to reframe it. You want to look at it differently, find the silver lining. So just an example would be like, let's say you got cheated on. I'm not saying this happened to you. I'm just like, that's a common thing that happens to a lot of people, right? Let's say you got cheated on. You can look at it like, oh, I wasn't enough, and I didn't do enough for them, and they broke my heart, and they left me broken, and they threw me away, they discarded me, whatever. Or you can tell yourself, let's say you stayed with the person and they continued to do it, right? And then you had to like finally get the strength, or finally you guys broke up or something. You could either tell yourself, oh, I was so stupid, and why did I continue giving him chances, and blah blah blah. Or you can tell yourself, that's what I needed to finally see my worth and to finally stand up for myself and to finally have a backbone to be able to say, you know what, I do deserve better, and to see my value. And that person putting me down actually showed me that I don't deserve to be treated that way. And I wouldn't have seen that unless that happened. So, and then have gratitude for it, so even though it was a painful experience, and that's the name of the game here on earth, we go through pain and suffering. It's a catalyst for growth. Some people though don't grow because they don't find that silver lining. So that's really important to do that. Okay. Um, there's a new beginning here presenting itself for you. You've got something in your sphere, in your presence, in your the people you associate with and the people you keep around you. You've got something that is just not working. The situation doesn't serve you. You gotta there you have to have a forgiving and compassionate review of the past, and you need to move forward and cut these branches off, this dead weight, because your worry really is unnecessary, and it's perpetuated by these certain people that you keep around you. You need to focus on the outcome and the thoughts that I'm sorry you need to focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire, instead of on all the fear, on all the worry, because their worry is unnecessary. You're actually attract the universe is a yes man. The universe is a yes man, meaning it doesn't matter if you say, I don't want, um, you know, to be poor, and I don't want to have to be devalued, and I don't want to be cheated on, and I don't want to, I don't want this, I don't want that. It doesn't matter. You're thinking of that thing. So that's what you're attracting. You need to focus on the things you do want, on the things you do like. And this works all across the board with everything. So it's like, you know, you wouldn't say, I don't want to, I don't want to be scheduled so little at work. You would say, I want more hours. So reframing that in a positive light and the things you do want is a great way to weed out a lot of the unnecessary worry as well. There's some sort of feeling of regret or guilt or worry that is really heavy on your shoulders. It's if you've okay, if you've got like this like I swear to you feelings, um if they're not expressed in a healthy way, build up and become physical ailments over time. So if you've got a lot of tension in your neck and your shoulders and your upper, like in your shoulder region and tricep region, and your neck is constantly like you like are hurting in that area, that's because you're so tense about this worry. It's this worry and this regret that you have, or some sort of like fear that you're keeping, and you're literally storing it in your shoulders. That's what that is. So and it's perpetuated again by these people around you. This situation does not serve you. You need to release your attachment to whoever or whatever you're continuing to associate with. It is time to move quickly. You need to choose logic over emotion. You're letting your emotions run the show, and you need to choose logic. You need to think, does that actually make sense? What is happening, or what I'm saying is happening, or what I'm thinking, does that logically make sense? And so a great way to do this is to also come up with a scenario. If you think something's happening, ask, have I made any assumptions here? Do I have evidence and evidence has to be like real evidence. It can't be like, well, this person made this face and that's how I know. No. That you can't read their mind, so you don't know, because that face could have meant anything, and you're not you can't determine what that face means, because it doesn't people's body language and things they're doing doesn't mean the same thing for everybody. So that's not evidence. You have to ask yourself, do I have evidence? Am I making any assumptions? Is there something else that could be going on here that I haven't maybe thought of, or that I'm not paying mind to? You know, because just as easily as you can assume something's happening, you can also come up with a counter assumption, or a counter use something to counter it. So for example, like you walk in somewhere and somebody's looking at you and they're laughing. And it's like you might think, are they laughing at me? No, they're not laughing at you. They're literally having a conversation with their friend, and they're in the middle of laughing, and you happen to open the door, and they heard the door, and they looked over, and they saw, and they made eye contact with you, and but they're talking to their friend, and they're laughing. It has nothing to do with you. So it's like, think about the other options of what could be going on. Time to use logic over your emotion. Okay, there's sudden changes that are coming. There's a lot of growth. You need to be more sweet to yourself. You don't talk to yourself in a very good voice, so you need to do that. And you need to give whatever problem is surrounding you space. You're so engulfed in it that it's just taking up everything. You got to give it space. You got to stop, and you got to give it space. Okay, because the less space you give it, the more your ideations keep growing the problem and growing the fear. So release fear is the last thing here. Stop inventing scary stories about the future and stay in the now and affirm your strengths. Okay, the charms I got for you are the turtle. Slow and steady wins the race. Take it one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. There's a crutch you have. This is the person or the thing that it doesn't serve you, and you gotta cut it off. Because but you're using it as a crutch. You need to be more compassionate with to yourself, more sweet. The seahorse there. The feather here is unnecessary worry. You need to be lighthearted, more lightheartedness. You're not treating yourself. There's the candy here. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. You know, think of yourself more. It's not selfish to think of yourself. It's not selfish to um, take charge of your agency and to say, "Hey, I'm here. I have a voice. I have feelings. I what I'm saying is important." Um, and then there's some sort of this is the rose is unrequited love. Unrequited love. Um, Maybe the person that's around you that doesn't serve you anymore is this like partner that, or this like loose partner that you just have this really tumultuous toxic relationship with, and that's you say, I love them, I love them, I love them. Mm, that's I'm sorry, that's attachment. That's not love. Love isn't supposed to be some vicious roller coaster that is just so taxing emotionally, and it leaves you drained and leaves you confused. It's That's attachment. Um, and that person that continues to hurt you over and over again, and just foul ways, they don't love you. Their idea of love is effed up. Okay, that's not. They got a messed up idea of what that is, and so maybe that's what you actually need to release. I do see cleansing coming for you and growth, but you gotta take the step and cut off the dead weight. Okay, and release the fear. That's all I have for you this evening.
Wow. Great. I love that. There's always, Maddie, in your readings, always there's a message too for other people that are watching,
Well, I'm
Good,
happy to
good
hear
message.
that.
Yeah, good messages. All right. I'm going to do Kaylee, and then we'll put up your QR code. We got to do a little business in between, right? So, Kaylee, hi. It doesn't take much to tickle you, Maddie. I love your outwardness and your being happy and bringing that love to
Oh,
people is great.
thank you.
No, Kaylee, 3 month reading. Okay, happy birthday! Got a birthday. um, Let me tell you that I get a little bit of you not seeing clearly and being stuck. This is representing you right now. But you have those wonderful energy over you of being responsible, putting a lot of hard work and effort into your work and what you do to get your success. The really great sticker moment right here, responsible, right on your forehead. In the future, I think that you'll be, working pretty good to make your money. It's going to be a while until you really feel like that you have what you want. I do get that. Another sticker moment. Capable. The past position is my capable sticker that says that you are multi-skilled. I've never worried about people that get this card. They're capable and they can do anything that they want. So I get this for you in the past. You have two really great cards here. Now, when I look at June, I do get a man here. I do get an ambitious male, someone who's probably educated in business. So that makes a really good friend, by the way. I get motivated and ambitious in this guy. And so I feel like he's super helpful to you in this time period. Mid to end of June, I get the Sun card, which is happy and success, but it also brings in a possible career offer, a shift if you want. I do get in July your ship coming in. You're getting something that you really, really want. Maybe you put something out to the universe and it's coming back in. Mid to end of July, I have a positive change and great things that come for you because of it. Going through this change changes everything. Good fortune will come in the future. When I get in August, we have a reason to celebrate. We have a party here in August. It is really a great card. It's the Four of Wands. I use it if I'm looking at a committed relationship. It's an engagement card, but it's a reason to celebrate and a party card, followed by a fantastic card. Mid to end of August, I do have the World card. The World card is all about getting your desires. So, reaching your desires, reaching your goals, making a change for the better in your home and your career. Sometimes it's a possible trip, to another country. But the World card just means that you are getting everything that you wanted and that you're manifesting for. So you really have great cards for this. And again, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Okay, wait. When is your birthday? Like, when's your actual birthday? Because you said it's your birthday month. I want to see, because if it falls on a day we're doing a show, then you got to come back on that day and we're gonna sing it for you. But if it doesn't, we're gonna sing it for you right now. So we'll see.
Let me bring up your QR code.
Yeah, and then I have like a thing I wanted to address in the comments. Mr. Problematic, something he's saying. I want to address that. But first, this is my QR code, guys, and I took a lovely time. I'm sorry, took a bit of time to create this lovely masterpiece. But if you could please scan it, you can print it, you can make a decal and put it on your car, you can make shirts and give them to your friends and tell all of them to scan it and take it home to their families and have them scan it. And it will take you to my booking site where it'll show you all of the services I offer, which is more than just tarot readings. So take a look. Matty Tarot. I appreciate all of you. And if you'd like to book a private session, visit the QR code.
There you go. And it will be here in every show, almost every show when I remember. And you can always snap
I know,
a
I always
picture.
forget.
I know. I'm making a list. I'm going to write a list of the rules and things that I forget
And
so that we get on it. Okay.
Are you checking it twice, Steppy?
Yeah, and everybody better not be naughty. Did you want to bring him up and talk about?
Yeah, so I want to ask your thoughts on this, Debbie. So it says, when I was little, I started having dreams of a man with burnt wings protecting me from someone called Ashmodee. 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 Not sure if that's how it's spelled. My protector on the dreams has gold eyes and black wings. And then he said, my family is from Salem. And I don't know, my family always spoke of a price paid, so I want to know what happens next. Why am I seeing him more?
Seeing him more.
I want to say something. And this is my opinion. So, I'm not saying this to offend anybody, but and I want to know your thoughts too, Debbie. But the price paid part made me a little concerned, and you're also your description of this protector. Because the dreams are, in my opinion, the fourth dimension. It's a realm that does exist and is beyond time. It's beyond space. It's where we are conscious, a different state of consciousness is able to operate. Sometimes in astral projection or lucid dreaming, people are able to have out of body experiences where they can go to different, realms or places and interact with different beings and entities. And so sometimes these entities that aren't so good, they're actually maybe demons, uh, are masquerading as, you know, an angel of light or, maybe a protector. Um, and so that is the feeling I got in reading this. And I would say that I wouldn't listen to whatever that thing is, personally. This is, again, my opinion. I'm not, my opinion means nothing if you choose to, not take it. So, everybody has an opinion. But yeah, that would be a little concerning to me, honestly. What are your thoughts on this, Debbie?
It's so interesting. Um, I pulled some cards because I wanted to know what was going on. When we are little and we have these dreams and stuff, we are so connected to when we first came in that we have to pay attention to the kids when they tell you these things because they are connected to real life that is a past life or when they were in between lives. So very interesting. Um, I really feel that if he's always felt that something was protecting him, then I've got to go that that person was protecting him. Okay, that creature entity was. Um, yeah, it's so interesting. But your family's from Salem, and the price paid. I asked what that was. It was death. And I do get that there was something that happened in your ancestry that was a complete surprise. Somebody did something behind the back and told something, and there was nothing they can do. They were stuck. They were stuck, literally tied up, stuck, and death came. um, there could have been something about love and things like that, but I get there was a struggle. They're tied up and they can't do anything. That there was something that was told, somebody told something, and this came out of nowhere. And I do get death and a lot of heartache and for the family and loss. So something definitely happened, but I think that somebody told on somebody, and this was the catalyst to start this event of someone's death and someone being killed.
Wow. Oh,
Um,
wow.
when when we talk about price paid, sometimes we just look at it as the way that, well, you did something and you had to pay the price. Something happened and you have to pay the price. So, and we paid the price in whatever that sacrifice was to save ourselves or whatever. So, kind of that's what I'm getting.
Yeah,
Maddie?
I was gonna say that ultimately you gotta check in with how you feel around this entity. So like Debbie said, if you do ultimately feel like it is protecting you, so essentially this is what I'm saying. Don't just blindly follow and listen to anything it says. You gotta check in with how you feel about it. It may be, so because I'll tell a story real quick. And this is a story from my dad. He had an experience one time where he woke up at like, and he felt like he woke up, but he thinks it might have been a dream. But either way, he was like half awake, half asleep, maybe dreaming. Um, but there was this like glowing, very bright, like white, almost bluish glow, angel, like full blown angel at the end of his bed. And it was standing there and it put its hand out to him, and he saw its eyes, and its eyes were just dull and black. And he got this really weird feeling, like really like this is not good feeling. And he said it terrified him, and he was like, because at first he was like gonna go reach out and touch it because he's like, oh, an angel. And then but then he saw its eyes, and he was like, he said they weren't human, they were yeah, I don't know. He just described it as it was very scary and unsettling, and so he pulled his hand away before he touched it, and he started to recite the Lord's Prayer, and this made it very upset, and it then like dissipated or like went away, but he said it was a very terrifying experience, and I totally believe him because my dad's like a man. He's like a religious man, and he doesn't believe in all that ghost stuff and all that. So he's like, when he says that this stuff happened, I'm like, yeah, because that stuff really does happen, and you know, I wouldn't, I don't think he would make up something like that. So that's where I guess I am just saying, be careful. Don't blindly follow everything that says. Check in with how you feel. Check in with how um, the presence of this protector makes you actually. Do you feel protected, or do you feel uneasy and feel, a little unsettled? And go with that. Go with what you feel.
Okay, I've got a couple things when you're finished.
Oh, I'm finished.
Okay. What I asked about was what was going on here. So I get the Hangman card. So here is the card of destiny, of past lives card for me. It shows me grief that happened. It shows me death that happened. And it showed me the trust card of somebody not trusting. There was a trust issue going on. Definitely, I asked about the man with burnt wings because in my mind and in my cards, I felt like when somebody might be trying to assist someone with that was maybe being burned or something like that, they would have burned wings. I don't get any bad vibes. I actually get ancestral male, a dad energy, and I get family. Okay, so this is what I'm getting for that. With the entity, since I don't, it's interesting that you have a name. And I'm sure that you tried to look that up. But I get a lot of struggle and worry. So we're worry at night. I get things like that when I am looking at that entity. And so is this usually at night that you said dreams? Okay, that this was going on because I really do get worry and struggle at night. So the thing is, I feel like the protector is a protector. Okay. Now, Maddie's right because I'm a ghost hunter. I do ghost tours. I'm very much with the spirits and the paranormal. We have tricksters and we have some things that happen where if you have a spirit come to you as a child, that's a big red flag. Be careful. You're probably, working with something evil. But because you were young, because it was telling you were protecting and all of that, unless you were super scared or something, I would think that this is an ancestral male figure that definitely family because I have that card. But I do feel like something happened that had to do with death and betrayal and talking telling tales, talking to behind someone's back, and it caused a lot of loss and sadness and grief for sure. But it was under a soul contract, and it created a soul contract for you in this lifetime. So the best thing I would say is to find somebody, a facilitator, to get you through this communication with the other side and these dreams and have you move on. If you paid the price, you shouldn't have to be immersed in this communication and the paranormal. Okay. And that's what I have for you.
Oh my
Super
gosh.
interesting.
That was very interesting. I love that, and I'm glad that that was like a bang to go out with a bang type thing. Because we
Yeah,
are at the end of our show, you guys. And
yeah,
Debbie, I'm
gotta
so
go.
sorry we went over. You
That's
said you
okay.
gotta
I'm gonna get
go.
going.
So yeah.
No problems.
Thank you everybody for joining us. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So join us again on Friday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're gonna play What's in Your Cup. We'll have a Friday feud poll, and it's Fluid Friday. Stay hydrated. All right. But we'll
Hey,
see
you
you then.
guys. Bye bye.